Hey all, this is Urs, and welcome back to our huge Earth TSL with Lenin. We are in the process of kicking the crap out of some Gothic units, cities, and otherwise Gothic-possessed lands. We've taken Eridu from him already. It may get retaken. I didn't realize there were two composites here. Hopefully he'll be stupid and jump them in the water, and maybe we'll be better off. I'm not entirely certain what's going to happen, but that besides, we also need to start working on taking Victoriacum. Part of that plan is going to involve my three-range composites going around this way, getting on some strategic tiles and pounding it into the ground, namely that one and that one. That's going to require some protection, but we can probably provide that, as none of this is in range of a city. The rest of the time is going to be siege engines doing what they normally do. We do see some Gothic resistance here, like I said, by Eridu, where the first stroke fell. We see another one here, and I'm going to basically stop this by dropping a composite up here, relocating the pike here. We already stole a worker from Turda, so that's nice. If I had known this guy was going to drop it right there, which I didn't expected kind of over there by the iron, probably would have bought up this tile so he was discouraged, but, you know, best laid plans and all. Nothing coming out of Tiras for now, so our worker is pretty safe to do this. I did some empire management, too. I made sure all these cities are production-focused, got the queues and the working tiles right. You didn't need to see that. I just want to tell you I did it. So there's no comments like, oh my god, don't forget to do that, you idiot, and all that good stuff. But I appreciate those comments, don't get me wrong. I mean, those are good comments to have when I do forget stuff, but in this case, I would like to inform my constituency that I did remember all of you, and your contributions are blessed. Alright, thank you. I think I'm done. Alright, let's keep moving. I don't want to get in range of Victoriacum, obviously, but I want to be in a position where I can leverage my power. Horseman, I think, is going to be more useful out here, controlling the lanes. This horseman is doing his job, which is pillaging the crap out of everything. What is this guy? He is a logistics guy, so he needs to get up at the front much more than that guy does, because he is just a pawn, more or less, comparatively. This guy can do logistics damage on all this, and he's pretty close to extra range already. So we're going to start rolling the siege engines over here like expected. Yeah, we need more at the front here, I think, so let's keep rolling that way. You keep rolling this way, and all this is going to converge. All the military force from the north is going to converge out over here to take Victoriacum, and hopefully we can accomplish that before this war ends and before we have to really worry about something untoward like castles coming up. That would be a pain in the ass. But beyond that, we have decent military strength covering most of our flanks, so we should be okay, even if some weird-ass counterstroke comes up from another entity from down here. The general, I think I'm going to move him up to Chimgitura, but I'm going to wait a little bit until we get engineering. We're only 2 turns away from that. That'll make strategic movement of troops and man and material a lot easier. I'm going to send this route out to Ur, not because I think it's safe, but because I think I'm going to be able to kill this horseman before that happens. But I'm going to wait if they try to retake the city or something. I'm going to wait one more turn, even though I really want that to continue. I'm going to need another road down to Eridu so I can keep moving troops if need be. So after this farm finishes, you can probably just do this farm. It's still valuable. I got a spare worker. I may use him for something. There's a bunch of workers just kind of farming around, so we'll get those on the road as soon as I'm able. This is nice because horsemen are pretty much no threat to pikemen. They can just one-shot them more or less, so I'm not worried about that. So we'll just keep an eye up here. We may need another melee unit up here by Gothic, which I'm probably going to utilize this swordsman for, honestly. It probably is important to do. Let me put the swordsman out here for now, just in case. And let's get this other guy up here. I'm not worried about the turd sending anything, so I'll kind of leave this swordsman there. Send you... Yeah, I'll send you this way. Get you back to Minsk. And we'll have an eye on this anyway, just by virtue of our tiles, so that'll be alright. I should probably steal this deer from Turda, though, just in case. So let's spend some money on that. We have a lot of money, so I'm okay with this. Alright, good enough. So you finally built that. Good. So we can use you for the road production project as well. We'll get engineering soon, so we'll get him over the river. And you, dear scout, friend scout, keep going this way. I want to see. There's a lot of iron up there in the snow. Well, it's a shame because I'm never going to use it, but hey, there's a lot of iron in the snow, so that counts for something, I guess. Alright, what else we got? Pikemen, finally here to defend. Let's put you there to watch anything come in untowardly. Minsk is here. I can't wait to get universities. This is going to be big, because I have a lot of cities that can actually make use of them pretty well. You can, I guess, just focus on growth for now. I mean, the production's not bad. You know what? I don't need the city to grow that much faster right now, so that's alright. And we're taking the opportunity to get some infrastructure up, namely some temples, some other things that we can probably use for our cause. Is this a hill? Yes, Grassland Hill, but this is Grassland Hill Forest, so I won't be able to fire over it for diddly, so there's no point really putting anything there. We'll get there eventually. I probably don't need to defend Moscow straight up like this right now. I could push out a little. If we see something nasty, we'll turn back, but for now we're doing okay. Alrighty, Are we good? I think we're good. Let's see what the Goths throw back at us, because... What the hell? Oh, really? I didn't realize that happened. Interesting. Okay, I took damage from the Citadel, even though I'm technically possessing it and sitting inside it. I didn't realize that even happened, so that's interesting. That's good to know. Citadel Mechanics 101. Mainly I don't have to deal with these. I just kind of pillage them off with paratroopers and call it a day by the time Citadels become an issue. They're going to spam them like crazy. They may retake out here. It'll probably be enough damage. So close. Oh, so close. And that guy's going to be a hassle if I try to send a trader out there. So I may need a horse doing something up there. Hi, no. Actually, no. I don't need you to get me open borders or give you open borders for any strategic tactical purpose. So this is annoying, but we'll be able to settle this down very well. You can denounce me all you want, you prick. I'll probably denounce him at some point as well. If he tries to do a counterstroke here, we'll be ahead in tech enough to throw it right back in his face. I'm not worried about this. And barbarians. Okay, so let's redo this. Let's denounce this asshole real quick. There we go. Yep. Because you're an ass and you backstab people. So, yay, they're sending units against us. This is actually really good. I don't really care they pillaged that because I have a lot. I do care that this is not showing up because that's irritating. They are given their composites cover. Interesting. Interesting tactic. How much damage can we do with it? We can do a lot with you. Alright. General. Yeah, I need a general up north as well. It seems like that's going to become a necessity. But I want this first. The north can hold. The north can always hold. So let's use this composite for the job he was made for. Let's use you to beat the crap out of this guy. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can get a strategic resource penalty after pillaging this and healing. It's going to be important. Good. Pillage. Good. We could probably pillage something else, honestly, but that's going to... Yeah, it's going to burn all our movements. Let's not do that. Not quite yet, at least. I do want to kind of sit here, though. It's already moved. No, that's in the range of Victoriacum, you idiot. No, I don't actually want to sit there. Dumbass. It happens sometimes. Do you have a strategic resource penalty now? You do! Excellent. 4% strategic resource penalty? Really? I thought it'd be like minus 50. The hell? Alright, well, I guess we'll just do a little more damage to you. Oh, he's almost gone. This guy can be gone, I think, which is a little bit of... Yeah. Oh, what's wrong with the little bit of bump and grind? We almost got him. Ain't nothing wrong. Alright, let's go this way. Sorry, I'm getting weird. Okay, hey there, composite. I guess that's okay, you can be there. We are building this for the express purpose of equipping it to Minsk. So we're going to equip it to Minsk and send it along with the promotion. We'll get out there in a second. We probably can hit this guy, but I want him to move into the city. And once he does, he's dead flesh. Go this way, and we'll watch out for this guy. If he moves in, he's dead, effectively. Simbirsk did not seem to be the target of anything. I'm going to move the general out from Simbirsk. Looks like Turda's sending it that way. What else can we do? Not altogether too much. You can camp here, and that's fine. A little more production is always nice. Iskar grew again. You grow very fast, Iskar. Very good. Again, going to be a nice university city once we're ready. Barracks are coming up, then walls and shrine, then we'll talk. You finish your composite bow. I could do caravanserai, but there's no real good routes from there. What are my most valuable routes right now? Chimgitura to Harappa. Okay, so that could use caravanserai. Kashlik. So not Simbirsk by any stretch. There's no point building a caravanserai here. Lancers for range produced in 2 gold. Yeah, so no biggie. I could build more military here. I could just build wealth, but I'm doing okay. So I think military is the name of the game. I'm going to keep trying to get some units out. Once we get... We're at iron. We could get more horsemen. We are going to get knights at some point. Pikes are going to be stronger. And I feel like I'm always shy on decent military units. So I think... but we're going to be going through siege units quickly, too. All these options, really... So hard right now. Let's do another horse unit. Why not? A little more mobility to cover our massive empire is going to be important. That's part of the obvious reason that I decided to go with the option of taking the engineering research first. It's going to be important to be able to actually cover all these lands that we're trying to take. So, what can we do here? Not much is here, which is nice. I can hold these positions pretty well, I think, just fortifying up. If I need to general bomb this, I will, to give me a strong way in, effectively. It would give me T, so even lacking a conquest mode, that'll be nice. I'm really kind of sad I couldn't kill those guys completely, but It's alright. These are going to start moving up here toward Victoriacum. The main issue is getting my 3 range guys, which are down here, into these positions. 1, and that's probably the only one I've got, really. So one of these guys can do good. This one can too, technically. It'll control the tile a bit better, but it's not safe just dropping them out here, because there's something could come right over the river and maul me. Like a horseman. So, yeah, let's get the logistics guy up there. He's going to be clutch. I may just leave this other fella down here until he gets logistics. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be just a little bit important right now. Where's my actual other logistics guy? Are you up here? You are. I'm going to put him right there to control the flow of troops in case they try to really push back on us pretty hard. Yeah, alright. I need to start thinking about this more systematically because I'm going back and forth. Alright, first of all, you come out here, you control the landings, and you make sure nothing goes through. You do the same thing, make sure that horseman doesn't come through. It's annoying because I want to send this trader out, but I can't because that's always a pillage threat. What I may do is just send that route regardless. Let's go here and beat the crap out of this. Once the city starts bombarding, this will be easy, and this guy's going to get his logistics, no problem. I'm going to definitely give him logistics for a defensive role. Catapults move north. Generals move north. I may general bomb that tile like I've been saying, so I think I'm actually going to do that. Let's move with the intent of doing that. I don't worry about the general there anymore. Horseman is going to scout mostly, but the most important thing is, like I said, is this triple range logistics guy doing work. Other triple range guy, I mean, it wouldn't hurt just to have him up here, just controlling this space from here even. Just anything that moves up here, he gets another shot in the face, so why don't we do that? The rest of you useless gobs come up this way. Yeah, let's do it like this. This is going to be rough terrain mostly, so I'm going to use him as that kind of deterrent. Move you up here. Why am I having so much trouble? Oh, because it's all riverine. I really, so many rivers here. The roads, engineering's going to be clutch. I keep saying that, but it's really going to be clutch. Alright, let's go up this way and control whatever comes. I mean, none of this is on hills, so this is not exactly great. This is a strong hill, but that's going to be used for bombarding the city, so yeah, I'm going to have to keep moving in that direction. The siege engines, keep moving south as fast as you can. We want to get this slaughter underway promptly and efficiently. Can we get this horse all the way down here? We can. Then you can start pillaging a bit if I want. Or no, get him out and switch him out. It'll give him another target here as well, so that's good. Now, let's keep moving these siege units over. Like so. Like so. This is actually a position to fire from. This is not, but this will be, so I need a siege unit in that position as well, where that knight is currently. I mean, the horseman, sorry. You're not a knight yet, sir. How would you be spelling that? Get you up this way, get you off this way. Slowly but surely we'll make it. Good. Alright, this is still the same turn, good God. Yeah, there's a lot of movement going on. A whole lot of shaking going on. And we don't need any more defense back here. This is fine. This between the swordsman and that jank-ass horseman down there, we'll be able to do okay. With 2 movement, I actually might be able to hit him and kill him, which will be nice. So you just roll up this way, bucko. You're doing good. Can I send this out? Now, what is the route to Ur? He goes right next to the horseman. He just pillaged that for 100 gold. God damn it. So what's my next best route then? I need to start thinking about this. Harappa from Chimgitura. Yeah, that's probably okay. So let's go to Chimgitura and go to Harappa instead. How much science does that give me? That's a good question, too. 2. So not as much as Ur. Wow, the Chinese. You know, maybe the Kashlik Tufeng would be better. Let's go Kashlik Tufeng. That's way stronger. Holy crap. The Chinese have a lot of tech. Kashlik, and then we'll send you Tufeng. But yes, that was the other thing I want to see. Tech numbers on my enemies here. We have 24 techs for the Goths. Good God. How many do we have? 19. Okay, so we're 5 techs behind there. We haven't dropped much further back, but 28 techs. Damn! Yeah, his science is absolutely insane right now. Wow. 5 Liberty, 5 Honor, and he's 2 into Aesthetics. So he's just ridiculously strong. So he's going to be a serious problem when we decide to go to war with him. But that is a problem for another day. Right now, we just need to do the best we can with what we've been given. And that is a massively dangerous Chinese opponent. Alright. Scout keeps scouting. There's the barbarians there. Okay, that's the edge. So let's just scout up this way. There obviously is not much up there. I'm aware of world geography, but you never know if there's a neat little ruin that no one ever found yet, because that would be cool. That would be totally cool, right? I was going to find a ruin. Oh my god. If we can keep this guy here, though, we'd probably ice him with just a little bit of effort. So let's give this swordsman a little experience, yeah? Maybe bait that guy into attacking him. Ah, another one. Volunteer. Keep going. I'm not volunteering, this sucks! It's okay. It's a boy. Iskar. We can put you, I guess... No, we took care of this already. The same turn. Go, next! Ah, stop bothering me. Damn. So busy right now. Yeah, the pikeman's in a little bit of danger from this composite, but we can always pull him back. It's not a huge risk. As long as we exert zone of control where we need to go, we'll be fine. Feeding us a new ally, whom? Wow, doubles. Wonder spam. Oh, it's always the Chinese, man. This always happens. They just end up having no enemies. Like, even when I play with the baseline China, it just end up spawning in the best place and just go science mad. Marauding Gothic composite bowman. He probably wrecked my silk a little bit. Hi, guys. Fancy meeting you here in a place like this. Alright, so that's annoying. That guy ran away. We kind of have expected, or more than half expected, this bullshit with the knights. It's more or less par for the course. We knew he built a lot of them. But we'll be able to control this with our composites, more or less. The best thing about this whole situation right now is that it looks like Victoriacum is not being defended, which is huge. And now, finally, we have crossing over rivers ability, which is epic. So go here when we have bridges. We don't have a bridge down here yet, but we will soon. Okay, this knight is here, which needs to die. Can we kill you with you? She kills you for you! Alright, die. Alright, die. Okay, now we can send that route, but let's get the extra science off of the Chinese, maybe get them off our back a little. Go to Feng. This is pretty good. We'll get some Taoism pressure. How is Fan versus Feng? Is that decent? Fan is not quite as good. We don't get as much Taoism pressure, so let's go to Fan. I'm a Fan. Which way is Fan? Hold on. Fan is... Hao. Shenyang, Fan. Okay, it's right there. It's right to the mountain passes. So that should be pretty safe. Let's send that to Fan. Alright, cool. You stay there because you're supposed to be there. Alright, we'll get the road up, I guess. That's our next priority. Let's be a roadie for a little bit. Choose production where you finish the temple. No real use. I mean, I will have a use for caravansary from here. So let's get this up and get it. Let's get a caravan first, then a caravansary. We'll send this back to Ur now that horseman is dead and gone. Dead and buried. Eridu is going to be able to bombard in 2 turns, and that'll make this a lot easier. I could just start pinging these guys with the horsemen. I do run the risk of getting surrounded a little, but his city is right now running the risk of getting bombarded to shit, so he's running a bigger risk than me. Alright, so we could push that swordsman out here. We could push... Yeah, my triple ranger isn't close yet. This is my logistics guy. Where's my triple ranger? He's way the hell down here still. I'll keep moving. I gotta get him as close as possible every turn. So let's move with that in mind. So, horseman, why don't you go down... Oh, this is gonna be murderable. I'm almost crowding myself out of decent positions, which is fascinating to say the least. You have logistics, and yeah, you're the guy I want down here murdering stuff. But I want you actually dealing with Victoriacum sooner rather than later. This is over the river, and we'll be able to go into this position sooner if we move the pike. So temporarily, let's move the pike. You go up here. Yep. You go up here, and you'll be able to take a swing at that guy. Oh no, you won't because you went over a river. God damn it. Ugh, so much riverine terrain here. It really is difficult sometimes. Okay, go here. I'm not worried about the siege to the north quite yet. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. We'll roll in all the catapults at once. We're not going to roll in quite yet. Alright, let's put you where I was intending to put you in the first place. Well, I can put you all the way back here. Okay, I might need to get the horseman just the hell out of there. Because I want this to roll up to Victoriacum as well. That'll make this a lot faster. So can we take a peek at what's out here? Okay, not much, just a horseman. He'll be able to do some work on my catapults for sure. But we'll be alright. I don't think I need General Bomb given the situation as it currently stands. That's fine. So you will move here and bombard. You will move... Wait a minute. Did I screw this up? No, not quite. But getting over the river is going to be important, so I actually need to redeploy a little bit. Yeah, this is kind of what I talked about already. I'm probably going to have to get the horseman the hell out of here. Let's keep going down here. Because you can redeploy here as well. I can redeploy... You need to go up here so everyone gets your general bonuses. This general can go down here, because everyone's going to need the general bonuses anyway. Yep. And this horseman, I mean, without him being over the river, I don't have as much movement flexibility. I could go here. Like I said, that's bombardable and killable pretty easy. So I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to have to just bring him up here and loop him around, because this catapult needs to get here. That's really the critical aspect, so we can roll in a lot. This guy is a backup for this, so once he moves in, he'll move in. This guy's a backup for that one. Once he moves in, he'll move in. Catapults are backup for everyone, depending on when we start taking losses the most, because we will. Catapults are designed to be lost early, unfortunately. Alright, and now we actually have a war in our hands up here, which is nice. I mean, this is new. It's a new war. It's a new and interesting thing. We're going to probably push out this way. Leave the pikemen as my front line. We have a lot of zone of control here, so we can't get mobbed by too many things. Yeah, he did cheat in. That's exactly what I wanted to see, what I wanted to hear and denote. This is going to be one attacking into an empty tile. Yes, okay, that's going to be key. But you see how flimsy these things are against horsemen? You got to be real careful when you put your composites out front, because horsemen will be able to take them apart. Alright, so we'll deal with this a little bit. He's going to be running back and healing and all this stuff's going to be pillaged. Once he can pillage no more, it'll be easier. So let's roll this guy up here, because he'll be able to kill stuff. Yeah, there may be a horseman out here, but there's not, so that's good. Oh, this got pillaged. Oh, because it's the Regan land, that's why. And you come up this way, and we'll be able to control these tiles a little better. I think I need to pull one or two composites away from somewhere else, but we'll deal with that in a second. Let's kill this bastard first. Because you can go here and then take a fresh ping at him, and that'll be easy. Hi. Pleased to meet ya. Take that shot. Horseman, a little bit of experience. This will be 2. Making sure the movements are right. 1. And out. Perfect. Worker's fine. Send him south. You stay here and build farms. You get across the river, because we're going to need to be trading out our melee sooner rather than later. And we can start doing some work on this guy here. And this is good. This is going to give me a lot of experience on my composites, some experience on my front troops, more or less, pretty much what I want. I'm going to reinforce these guys here with this composite, because I need to be able to control this tile. Stuff starts moving aggressively, and over the lake is a really easy shot. Alright, so it looks like we'll be ready to move in momentarily, and we actually have a horseman unit capable of taking that city as need be, so that's really, really nice. All in all, a good start to the war. He's not pushing back too hard, which is excellent news. It makes our lives that much easier. You stay there. No, Khaled, I just told you not to do anything. Swordsman, we could control this a little better. We may do that, but I want to make sure that catapults that are in backup aren't getting reamed. Alright, let's keep scooting out this way, because there's barbarians out there, beating up the Siberian scout. You hold your ground. You're in open terrain, you'll be fine. That's what you're spec'd for, basically. You go over the river, it'll make your movement easier later. You stay there, because you'll be replacing. It's always scary when you think that, but yep, they are going to be replacing their fallen brethren. Relatively short order here. Alright, I need to keep moving the general up here, because I do actually need a general bomb and steal some tiles. So this guy's going to be just making his way in that general direction. That's not a pun. Stay there. Actually, you just do that. Just in case. You're okay, we'll repair that. You know what, that worker probably should just repair that, but whatever. That's not a priority move for me right now. Aridy's going to keep taking pings, but as long as I don't see a melee unit near it, I'm okay. And once it starts actually firing, this will be a lot easier. And this guy's going to be able to start putting damage on there. So all this is more or less lining up how I intended. Is that another river up there? No, this is clear land, so I'll be able to move that triple guy up pretty soon. Hi. Okay, that's kind of half what I expected. He has a crap ton of horsemen, and this is part of the reason I have units here to deal with this kind of crap. Because the horseman is annoying. It's the one out of Victoriacum, but he's not going to be able to stop me just rolling in and wasting him away with all my kind words and thoughts. So this is still pretty good. I expected a counterstroke up here because they think I'm weaker on this front, which is not wrong, but the problem is this is a really shit position. So, yeah, it's a really shit position. This is looks like it's becoming a seriously important salient, though. Look, he's building up a nice little concave on me. So we'll deal with that when the time comes. You do this, you do that, and we can take care of the Spearman Menace. This is annoying, but can be dealt with just a little bit of applying directly to the forehead. This, on the other hand, needs to be dealt with faster than that. Oh, I can't actually get this guy. Really? That seems odd to me. All right. Well, let's start moving some units out here that can do some more work. That swordsman is probably going to need to do more work in this general direction. Block off the reinforcements and cut in. Oh, he's got a catapult up here. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's so cute. I love catapults. They die easy. Alright, what else do we have down here? Moscow grew again. Awesome. So this is going to definitely be my guild cities. You can tell we're going to have no problem with food in any way, shape, or form. So that's going to be great. We can get more horsemen up. We're going to be needing more catapults. I'm just going to keep spamming these here until further notice. Catapult roll up. I need you to aim at my guy here. So you come on, get ready to attack the city and all, and then I'll kill you. And this is nice. These little secondary battles up here give me enough experience to do what I want with upgrading my units and all. So, you can now start getting more experience. Excellent. These guys are going to be constantly getting rotated in and out. That's alright. I have enough of a garrison here, and once Erdu starts firing, like I said, it's over. Effectively, the defense will be relatively simple. Did you finish? You didn't finish a road at all. You didn't finish a road at all. You just finished a road. Okay, that was weird. I think he was just scared of dying, which is understandable, given the circumstances. So, let's start moving in. I can't hire this guy. I can hit him like that, and that'll be alright. Then I hit you with this guy. This is Forest Hill. This is Hill. This is Fort Crossing. So I can actually bombard him with that. Does that slow down my deployment? A little bit maybe, but not too much. Open terrain defense bonus. Get bent. Alright, come back here. We are probably going to need to retreat just a little bit and pull our composites back behind the line, because spam of horsemen is irritating, so we need to counter that with zone of control. So I'm going to roll this guy up here, because obviously this is not going to be a problem for my units here. Minsk may need to produce another composite before the day is out, so I'm probably going to ask them to do that. So Minsk, once you're done with the circus, give me another composite. That's going to be a little more important for my defense, I think, than what you're currently doing. What did you just finish? You finished a farm. Can we do another farm here? No, we cannot. That's not... Oh, it is workable. Yeah, no, let's do that. Let's do a farm here. Alright, horsemen. Yeah, we can't do anything about that guy there. So he's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we can probably deal with him. Let's start moving our Leninist catapults into the Gothic city. No. You go in here, boy. You go in here. Getting ready. I think between the three of these things, we can actually get this guy down. Yep. Yeah, you're giving a bonus to everything, so that's fine. And we may need to sacrifice a little swordy sword to do that, but that's alright. This composite, yeah, this is why I wanted this composite here, so I can do what this guy's doing, effectively, with with logistics, but I can't quite get there yet. Alright, so 3 are in range of the city. We have the ability to take it if need be with the horsemen. So that's fine. We can kill this. Wait, do one of you actually have cover? Neither of you do. This is actually the worst guy to take it, because he'll be on open terrain when he's a rough specialist, but what can we do with that? Not much is the answer. Okay, so he has swordsmen of his own, which I need to control a little. So why don't we set up there? General. I mean, should I general bomb? I'm still leaning to no. But this is safe for the general right now because nothing can get at it right now. You... That's in range of the city, so that would just be stupid. Why would I be thinking about doing that? I'm not even sure. This is going to be a... What kind of move? 2, 3, and back is feasible. I'll be able to hit by that guy, but I need to save his experience a little. But this is good. This is free experience for the horseman. This is 1 attack. Yep, and back. Cool, yep. So we'll just thin the herd a little bit of that. Pillage where we need to get health and happiness, and we'll go from there. Alright, general, other general. Here is probably good, actually, where he stands. That's probably going to be necessary, because that catapult's probably going to bite it. You are going to definitely be necessary, but in a different place than you currently are. And this guy's no longer viable, so we'll replace him when the time comes. You get there, you get over there. So our Leninist catapults are really moving in, and I'm glad I'm building more siege units. It was wise to do that. Alright, what else we got? You heal up, and you may be needed here, honestly. And I probably don't need you to heal up that much to be useful, so get in there. Only 2 of them will be able to move in and attack, so whatever's here should survive. Yeah, alright, good. So we still have a strong front. Oh crap, more barbarians. Alright, that's the nature of the beast. This is why I should never move twice in one go, but I didn't listen to my own good advice, so there we go. That's what happens when you're stupid. Let's go... I think out this way is going to be more important, because I'm going to need to reinforce that melee line. You just heal up to full, his Gadrotas are coming, and that's going to be annoying. He made peace. Crap. Did he lose anything? That's going to be tough to see if they made peace. Do I see any cities changing hands? Obviously, no. So I think they fought them to a standstill. Okay. The problem is now his entire might's going to be directed in my general direction. I hope I can take Victoriacum before that really hits. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. We only have one worker doing all these cities. You know, I'm going to keep you over here. No, we have one worker doing that. That's okay. Is that enough? I mean, these are mostly developed. I could... You know, let me rebuild that perfume plantation. I don't really need you building this road. The road's more or less done. Gaius Marius, stay there. And... Wait, we took care of this already? I think we did. Yep, next turn. The player lost his capital. Montezuma. He's got 2 capitals in his hold now. That's freaking scary. Monty is kicking ass in South/North America. That's disturbing. I don't know if he took Dene, if he took the Tupi, or... I mean, he obviously took Lincoln's, I think. That was the closest one to him. This is not so good for worrying about that side of the world. Ah, it's bullshit. He just bought one. And he can attack instantly, because that's just kind of how things work these days. And now the counterstroke hits, which is scary, because this is a lot of stuff. But this just means we're going to have to commit further and harder to moving in and killing this stuff. Because once we start losing catapults like this, shit gets less viable. Alright, that's an irritation. Because suddenly now I have, like, artillery support up the wazoo. Which is not cool. Not cool, bro. Alright, well, we're going to bombard this guy a little bit, but that's alright. Let's start melting these down a little. This guy is not going to be useful right now, except... Oh, yes, he is, actually, come to think of it. You're going to be very useful indeed, sir. I need a frontline unit here to defend a little bit. Oh, this may hurt a little. I kind of was hoping that war would last a bit longer, so I had some time to fight these pricks. But nope, not to be. This is a forest, tundra hill. This is just a forest, so we can ping this a little bit. Nice. Okay, that's almost gone. That issue is solved. This guy, oh, you're trying to do the little flanky. That's all right. We'll kill you. We'll get you. We'll get you, though. Come on. Say hi. All right, I can probably kill that horseman with just that. So let's get a little bit of experience first. Nice. Okay. Good. Crossbow with experience is always a happy crossbow. Composites are still there, but not in as large numbers. I can go here relatively safely. Yep. And do this. Eliminate those numbers a bit. You need to heal up because you're in deep doo-doo. Logistics guy is going to be very useful here. You are actually going to be very useful here as well. You won't be able to fire, but that's alright. You can fire on this guy a little. You can go here and fire on him once you're ready. You need to heal up. You can probably go here and kill him, honestly. Maybe. You're a rough guy, too, so that's fine. So the danger here, obviously, is what's posed by this nasty dude in the front. He's probably the scariest, because he can take down catapults super quick, just by virtue of a melee attack. But we're going to be sacking catapults left and right, so no worries about losses we didn't expect, because trust me, we expected every single one of these. I could threaten these composites with what my swordsman can do to them, and that's pretty much going to be my best defense, is killing all these units quickly and replacing them with pikes. So I'm probably going to do that first and foremost, rather than sitting back like I normally would. Ooh, I can really wreck that chariot archer too. Alright, so let's do some more work on this guy. He's going to be scary. He's going to be able to run a train through all my catapults, pretty much. So let's start threatening a little more this way. Okay, we're going to put everything in range of the cities, obviously, but that's going to just aid our murder spree. Okay, so you took a little bit of damage, but not much last time. You can come up here, because you'll be ready to attack soon. Let's start moving this guy up here to defend. This guy's going to need to replace the dudes that are dying. So the AI is actually pretty good about picking good tiles to attack that are hard for me to defend, if that makes any sense. Go here. Pillage. Now you can come in here and pillage. You can't, because... Was that over a river? Oh, you piece of... These rivers really are testing my patience. Okay, but now I can finally get this guy, I think, up to a tile that I can use, which is this one. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to have logistics bearing down on these fools. So we can still do this. It's just going to be a little more damage intensive, can we say. General can't stay here or he's dead, unfortunately. So let's go up this way. Horseman. This is dangerous terrain for him right now, because this is going to be 2, 3. If I stay there, I'm going to get attacked. So let's come here, hit that guy, and now we can sprint back. I may not survive this a little bit, but if I can make that guy cheat away, that'll be alright. I can't stand here, obviously, for the city bombardment, but that's alright. What else do we have in our arsenal? Oh, we have a general. Why is this general not supporting? I don't know, that's my mistake. My big mistake. I probably need to start moving some of these melee units out. So get you to the front. You're going to be okay defending Simibirsk with that horseman. What else can we produce? Simibirsk. Probably an aqueduct, yeah. And we got another policy. Awesome. So we're going to finish Liberty, get a free Great Scientist. Yay. So +1 happiness for each city connected. That's going to be a lot. And then also 5% unhappiness from cities and non-occupied. We're building courthouses everywhere, so this is going to jump our happiness to 37. Booyah. That is huge, as the children say these days. Huge indeed. Let me drop the Great Scientist. What's a good spot? Obviously, he's going to be in Moscow because we have the biggest population there. Probably going to put him... No, that's going to be a good farm tile. Probably just right there. Yeah, probably just right there. Because the rest of the tiles are more or less improved. You know, this is fine. Let me put him here. Tire shouldn't attack, so we'll be alright. Famous last words. If this guy moves up, I'm probably going to need this guy to bombard a little bit. Let me just defend that a little harder. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could get more tiles in here. I mean, more units in here, but I can't. So you just set up for the inevitable slaughter that's about to occur. Or maybe I should just swap out with this guy now. You know what? Better idea. Then we'll be able to attack that when it comes up. I can still replace that catapult if need be. Okay, good. So I gave him a lot of targets, which should hopefully screw up his targeting computer. Just turn it off, Luke. And yeah, the rest of this is just going to be holding the line, more or less. These guys are annoying because they can just fortify and scare me at will, but you know what? It'll be okay. We still have a strong lineup here. I'm confident in our ability to hold outside of our cities even. Alright, so this is good. We're going to repair one of these perfumes. We're going to develop the other one, so that's fine. Don't see any units of hostile nations there. Horses to an onto Endes. We got a couple more. Let's trade some more. Hey, friend. Horses 2, 4, 135. Yes, please. Whee! He loves horses. Good. And we have 2 in backup in case their stuff gets pillaged. Always a good thing. Hey. Yes, I have a strong military. Oh, you can't really give me much for this, can you? Well, take citrus for 6. And all your gold. Is that good? No, 5 then. Thank you. Alright. No one else I can really trade with for unique luxuries, it seems. Jala seems to have a lot. He's friends with me more or less because I'm attacking the same guy he's at war with. He still has to deal with the Gardamantes, though, I think. They didn't make peace yet. A war, right. At war with Shah. Where are the Gardamantes? I thought you were at war with... Oh, can I bribe you into war again? They're still in a peace treaty. Yeah, my other fronts are in a peace treaty against him. Can we bribe you to go to war? Hey, do you want to dow that guy? Nope. Well, let's try. Sometimes they say there's no way, and then suddenly there's a way. But that would just give Alec a good excuse to kill them. I don't think they're strong enough to do it, honestly. That's probably right. Let's just wait up here. Finance that road, and you'll be good. Wow, yeah. So this guy's gonna die if I'm not careful, so let's explore a little further down this way. And you, yep, fortify up. If I see any landings coming, I'll deal with them as it comes. None of these are Gothic allies. I have to double check that every time because it makes me scared. Poop-de-poop-de pants. You are okay. I may need to start moving these guys around. Now would be a good time to have optics too, but I gotta push to universities ASAP. ASAP. Lock in. General is... What is this? Is there anything melee that could kill the general potentially? Potentially, actually there is. So I'm going to move this guy up one more tile to be safe. Alright, that's probably good. We're still covering everyone. What? You're fine. What? There's nothing threatening you. Just do this. Please, for my sake. Yeah, enemy catapult. Oh, no. Alright, we got this. Let's see how much we lose here, because this could potentially be very painful for a lot of things. I may lose a swordsman here, depending on how they concentrate their fire. I'm really sad that was a river. I didn't realize that movement. I wouldn't have moved that catapult there, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's just going to be an extra target. I mean, less of a target for him, but yeah. I mean, all these wars are going to be wars of attrition, more or less, early on. Okay. A lot of things happened, but I didn't lose quite as much as I thought. He's backing off some units for good reason. That guy's backing off, which is good. They're trying to kill my horsemen, which is smart. I'm going to pillage and move one tile and hopefully survive that and keep bombarding the crap out of this guy. But the important thing is, looks like the front of Victoria... Wait, how did you suddenly go 29? Did you build a castle? He probably did. Alright, this is now getting annoying. He may have gotten a castle already. Well, let's keep sending units out here because we're going to need them. Pike moving this way. Well, first of all, let's do Victoriacum some more this way. Good. Okay, let's do the important stuff first, then we deal with the rest. Victoriacum is down to half. This is good. We're still strong on that front. Yep, so this is still the best move. Keep moving in. If we can keep the momentum, we've got it. This is really just a momentum swing kind of situation. Yep, you're okay. You'll replace whatever catapults need replacing. This guy can get pummeled a little. I can't hit him from there. Alright, whatever. This is going to be pretty much dealt with. The defensive area do is handled, more or less. Yeah. Okay, so you can now shift up. Finish that road, for God's sake. You can now shift up and rejoin the front. Why can you not do this? So why are you... Oh, because you're off the road initially. Ah, that's right. Okay, so this is not a problem. This is a problem for my poor little horseman. He can retreat, but that's going to be in range of Ravenna, so that's more or less death sentence. These guys can't help much, regrettably. My logistics guy. He's still not offering... He's not fulfilling the promise of logistics quite yet, but we'll get there. Okay. So let us keep using this as an excuse to kill him a bit more. Yeah, let's do that. We're just gonna... No, actually, you know, I have a better idea. Go here. You may yet survive this. Maybe. If he tries to push here, then we could probably get him down. If he goes and kills my horseman, which would be smart of him. So let's keep doing that with the catapults. They're not the best units for that. I know. I'm more than aware. We also need another unit to take the city at some point, so that's going to be a planning issue. But that pike's coming in, so we'll be alright. This guy, probably better off just moving here and pillaging and then coming out again. This swordsman is going to be left a little bit alone if that happens. And with the flanking bonuses, he may not live. But if they're only going to concentrate on my catapults, I'm okay. I have melee units to do this. So this is good. So let's go up here and pillage the T. Good. 8. Sure, 8. That's a really poor plantation, I guess, but okay. Whatever, bro. This is decent general fodder. High stuff in the water. That's cute. He has knights. Okay, so he definitely built a castle there. That's, well, that's a bit of a problem. Kind of what I wanted to avoid, actually, was him building a castle there, but alright. We'll call it a draw, I guess. Alright, I didn't think that would kill him, but okay. No shots there. Shots there, though, so we can do that. Yeah, the knights are going to be a problem. Pikes are great against them, so I think I may change to pike production or straight up pike purchase. Thank you. Gonna need you, buddy, to deal with that knight. You are not competitive here, really. Not really. 12 strength. 40 strength is going to be better against the knight, but we can pound him with this a little bit. You can run back for the healing. You can then come here and control this a little bit. We can hit him some more. That'll be alright. Okay. So yeah, so he definitely, now it's clear if the jump in city strength wasn't clear enough. He obviously has chivalry, which means that my job just got exponentially harder, but that's alright. Let's bring some pikes out here to deal with the knights that are coming, and just to be overall frontline units when need be. Alright, what else? Yeah, that's okay. Catapult, knight, horseman, pike. Let's get another catapult. We're going to lose a bunch of units. Might as well be doing good stuff with them. And you, good sir. Finish the caddy. Do another caddy. We should be alright. We still have 2 horses to go. So we haven't lost any horsemen yet. That's It's gonna be close, folks. But you know, this is not bad. He should survive just the shot from this guy. This is competitive damage. We could even probably kill this guy on the return if need be. So you heal up, fortify, do whatever you need to do to make sure you're ready to take the city relatively soon. Yeah, I need to get something through here. I could use another horse. You know what? Let me buy a horseman in Moscow. This will be 1, 2, and then once here, he can probably get to here very quickly. I'm just gonna buy up a quick horse here. Why can't I do that? Oh, because I have something in there. Hold on. What is in there? A catapult that should be moving to the front to join his brothers in death. Yeah, let's go here and buy that horseman. Thank you. It'll make him rough terrain, because it seems like we're encountering a lot of that these days. Alright, good. Now, that's probably good. A little bit of military investment is probably smart at this juncture. Stay there. That catapult is not going to be much of an issue. This guy needs to die. This puts me in a little bit of a pickle as far as not getting killed, but we should be alright. So pick this off. Done. Logistics boy, you need to go where this pike is right now. So, well, how do we do this best? Probably push here. Puts the swordsman in a bit of a disadvantage, but he is open terrainer, and I want him on his choice of terrain right now. So that's probably good. Yeah, that's fine. So he won't be able to kill. The pike may kill, though, and that's... That's a serious irritation right there. That horseman is kind of breaking up the formation. Not in the way that I would like. I need this guy up here. I mean, I need him where that pike is, honestly. But between that and the composite, I may lose him if I'm not careful. So this is not an easy choice, actually, in a lot of fronts. I probably won't need this to the southern front. Let's move him up there. Yes, yes. Early war. Units not as flexible as you're used to later on, so things get harder. Also true of a lot of other things, but things get harder. All right, let's hit that, and then I don't want to lose the flanking bonus either. This guy needs to fortify up, so he's doing what he should be doing. This guy can come in here if he were a scout archer. I need you to really start contributing, bucko. Maybe what I could do is just start moving him down here. And anything comes through here, it just gets taken apart by logistics. Probably not a bad idea. This looks pretty safe. Yep, it is. So this is good. I'll be able to support this if something moves in. Horseman, you are rough, so this is probably pretty good, and you're relatively safe, I think. So let me just put you on Fortify, and we'll see what happens. Can I buy this tile? I can. Let me buy that tile. That'll get the Spearman healing that much quicker. Strategic tile purchase to aid in war. I should write a treatise on that. Okay, not saying that I'm particularly good. I'm just saying it's just a really good idea to do. Alright, so I think we're going to call it there, guys. That episode's probably gone way over time, but, you know, that's war. It kind of sucks you in. I have been Earth. This has been the Huge Earth TSL with Lenin, and we're going to keep spamming units. We're going to keep spamming, laying some tactics on these fools, and hopefully take a Victoriacum down with just catapults and the grit of our sheer determination, our sheer Leninist determination. I have been Earth. I'll see you next time. Till then.